Hey geek seekers, I'm Nick. I've been teasing this one for a few days now, but I'm going to be overhauling my entire office and I'm going to do this part as vloggy as possible, basically because it's just easier to film and I don't have to worry so much about filming and making everything look pretty. I just want to get this done because this is going to take me a few days. Now there's a few things to tackle. The first thing is obviously tearing everything out. I mean, absolutely everything's going to come out. Then I'm going to do little paint touch-ups on the wall just to like clean up little blemishes and whatnot because we've got the paint matched. And yeah, just little things here and there, and then we're going to build. So I feel like this video is probably going to be two parts. The first one is going to be me pulling everything apart. Maybe, I don't know at this point in time. This could be 5 videos. I just don't know. I had an idea of using my GoPro up there, but what happened is with the GoPro up there is it decided it wanted to kill 2 micro SD cards. So there's something wrong with the GoPro, and to be honest, I can't be bothered troubleshooting it right now. I just want to get this whole thing done. The GoPro time-lapse of the whole process would have been really cool, and I just don't care at this point in time. I legitimately want to get this done because it's just been an ongoing thing for a couple of weeks now. You guys have only seen like a small part of like me talking about it, but it is kind of weighing on my mind and I just want to get it done. So let's start. Okay, first things first, we need to shut down both of my computers. You probably noticed that I've already built the white shelf. I did it earlier in the week and mounted my SD card reader and everything that I needed to get that done. But yes, shut down the computers to start this whole process off. I'll see if I can time lapse this whole thing another way. I'm shutting down the little NZXT H1 that we built the other day. Shut that down. Press my little KVM button, which I'm going to move, and shut down my editing PC. I only had this on because I was trying to troubleshoot the SD card issue and I just couldn't be bothered trying to fix it anymore. Basically what happens is the GoPro tries to format the card and it just corrupts them, and you can't create any partitions or anything on them. It just destroys them. So there's something wrong with my GoPro. I don't know where my other GoPro is right now and I just can't be bothered. I just want to get this done. You guys didn't seriously think that I wouldn't have a solution to fixing not having the GoPro working properly, right? Let's just use one of the big cameras and a fisheye lens. Basically the same thing, but it's gonna look a whole lot better. So, now, let's get into it. Okay, so for you guys, that was about a minute, right? A minute in video land. For us, it was about 5 or 6 hours. Taking this whole thing apart actually took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, but that's okay. It actually made us realize that we needed to do a few other things that we didn't think were gonna be as big of a problem, like around the kick area where you'd have your feet when you're sitting at your computer or whatnot was really dirty. However, if you probably like noticed, I had put some acoustic treatment around that to stop that, but I didn't really look behind. It was pretty grubby, but we cleaned all of that. Well, Claire did a lot of the cleaning as well, and we ended up cleaning the whole wall. You saw a bit of it in the time lapse. We didn't like record all of it. So the way that we do the time lapse on this is it shoots 1 frame every 10 seconds and we stitch it in video. Anyway, not that exciting, but what we did as well is we got the color matched for the paint and we touched up all the blemishes on the wall and it looks pretty dang spectacular. So the next thing to do, and I don't know if this video is if it's gonna be more than one video, because I kind of, when I do videos like this, I edit as I'm like filming stuff, and because I put my editing PC in the room where we have like that streaming setup. I just like unplugged all that and just plugged my editing PC in. The video's only going for like 3 or 4 minutes at this point. So maybe this will only be one video, and then another video I'll talk about all the parts and all the hardware and just everything that we did. But maybe this one will only be a single one. We'll see, we'll see. But let's kick on. Maybe I'll keep going tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. But maybe I'll start now. We'll see. Just stick around, because in video land, like I always say, it's like a time machine. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. It's the next morning and it's time to actually start constructing stuff. So maybe this will be one video, but who knows. Anyway, we've got these cable racks. Now these are different to the IKEA ones, as you can actually put power strips and stuff inside them, and they kind of mount along this edge here to the table, and you can put them in any rotation. So it actually makes them quite versatile. You can put them in the front, the middle, or wherever you want on the desks. And I got these from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to these. These aren't too expensive, and I do think these are a lot better than the IKEA Signum racks, basically because it's easier to put stuff in and out of them. You don't have those center bars that kind of stop you from putting stuff in there, and these again are way better for stuff like power strips. See, much bigger and they're deeper, and yeah, generally just better in general. So it's time to crack on and start putting some stuff together. I'm still a bit undecided on whether or not I'm going to change the layout in here from what I had before, but probably not. There are a few little things that we're adding. A lot of the stuff that we pulled out of here we're throwing out because we just have no need for it, or yeah, we're just going to recycle it all. But yeah, I'm exhausted. Yesterday was a big day. You can probably tell that. You can hear me. I sound exhausted because yeah, it was a lot of work to do all of this, and I tried to sleep in, but didn't happen. Anyways, let's crack on. I put all of the tabletops and everything, like how it's going to be on the other side, except for lighting. I'm going to do that once everything's put together. It just makes it a bit easier because then I can run different lengths of RGB strips and stuff. I added the extra supports that I talked about when we did Claire's setup. I combined these two smaller tabletops together. I did all of the cable cages and everything. Everything's ready to go. So all we've got to do now is put all of this back together. All right, we're in the home stretch now. Alright ladies and gents, it's almost finished. Well, this is as much as I'm going to show because there's a couple other things that I'm going to add. And we're going to do like a proper 2021 office setup tour. We're going to do that video a little bit later, probably next week or the week after. But yeah, it's basically finished. It's a lot better than it was before. It looks a whole lot nicer. So I'll quickly run you over the things that were changed and added, but I won't go into all the detail. So a set of Alex straws from IKEA. Added that. Obviously, everything is now white on the bench tops. Same keyboard and mouse and everything for both setups. New white shelves. Had a spare SmallRig SSD holder for one of the Blackmagics, and I decided I would bolt it into that, so now I can just slide my drives from the camera straight in. Card reader. The KVM button is up there now, and then my headphone stuff. This is looking awesome. I really, really like it. There is a couple other things that I added that I'm going to go into full depth with and everything in another video, but I added a Qi charger there for my phone underneath, and my Mac Mini, M1 Mac Mini is right there. Test bench area. This is where I do all the testing anyway. That's the same as before, but everything's white now. So now I'm going to use this area for filming additional B-roll, which is I'm really, really keen for. And lastly, my gaming setup. This is nothing much has changed. Specs of this one are pretty decent. I think it's 3950X, 3090 founders. Yeah, but that's basically it for the setup. Alright, ladies and gents, that's just about going to do it. I've got a few more things that are going to come. They're really, really cool, and when they arrive, then we're going to do the full Office 2021 setup tour. But for now, yeah, it's done. It's in a functional order. So I started this on Friday and today's Sunday, so it did take me a while. All the rest of the cleanup and everything that I did this morning and really late last night until after midnight, I didn't film. I was just too tired, and I was just like, I just want to get it done, blah, blah, blah. I'll put links to everything from Claire's video, from this video, from all the little stuff from Amazon that we used. I already talked about a lot of it, but yeah, links down below and all the other stuff. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek, and these vloggy videos are kind of easy and fun to make. That time-lapse setup was really, really cool. Now, I know people are going to comment, oh, it didn't look like it was that long. It was a long time. Yesterday's time-lapse, I changed it from the intervals of 1 frame every 20 seconds. So that you can do the math there. Every 1 second of video is a long time, and there was a lot of time-lapse that we did yesterday. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you very much, and thanks for watching.